Good morning. Welcome to Living with Grace. We are going to do a get ready with me. I have some stuff to do today, and I'm going to take you along with me, but we're going to chit chat at the same time if you know how this flows. Oh my gosh. This wine. Doing my eye makeup, right? Let me make sure this mic is on. Yeah. So I'm doing my eye makeup, and I'm like thinking about the choices we make in life, why it makes sense to us, when we do it, and then understanding that even we think it's a mistake, even in our decisions that we think are mistakes, they end up turning around for blessings. They end up turning to be a lesson in our lives for us to understand ourselves individually in that, if we're willing. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, we can look at somebody else's life and say, okay, they shouldn't be doing that, they shouldn't be doing this. But it's like, are we really looking at our lives while we're seeing that in somebody else's life? Or are we neglecting our own lives and focusing on someone else's, not minding our own business? Do you know what I'm saying? So in the lessons in life, like when we make certain choices, let's not beat up ourselves with what we had done or did, but look at it as, why did I do that? Do you know what I'm saying? And what can I learn? Like, what was I thinking when I made that decision? Because it's so easy to say it's the other person's fault when you make the decision, and it's the other person, it's the job, it's this, that, and we made the decision. So that's holding ourselves accountable. But it's like when you're actually in that situation where you're not happy, you're not pleased, you're stressed out, there's confusion and all that stuff that's going on. Like, do you ever sit back and sit there and say, okay, why did I make this decision? Like, what am I doing here? What was I thinking? It has to always, for me, I believe it should be an I statement. It should be like, what was I thinking? Was it emotional? Does it make sense? Because trust me, when I look back at the decisions I made, it made plenty of sense. It made a lot of sense. But it caused me to grow. It helped me to be mature in regards to not making the same mistakes, not beating up on myself, and just taking it as a lesson learned. And then when other people speak about certain things, I can speak about my experience to them. So I'm not telling them what to do. I'm letting them know based off of my experience. Hence why I'm here on this YouTube channel. Hopefully you can understand what I'm saying, right? Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I was just thinking about that because I'm just like, some of the things that I have done was based off of emotions or feeling sorry for, or an obligation or pressure. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Because even in one decision that I made with a loved one, it was like, I felt in my spirit that I was taking the place of God, or not allowing God to be God in their life. I was doing it. I was in control because of fear. And I made a decision for both people that was not of God. It was not healthy. Like, it's like I felt like I was causing a delay in their own personal growth. That's what it felt like. So it was easy for me to let go of it. And I think that even when we make those decisions, it's like, can we change it? Are we willing to change it? And sometimes we don't want to because we're considering the other person and how they feel. But it makes it easier for me to do it because I'm like, how would God feel? Like, what would God have me do? And I do it to please God. So if somebody else gets upset at the time, later on, they're like, wow, thank you, Anne. Like, or thank you, thank God. Because it's like, I don't want to be in control of it to the extent where even when I understand that I've made an error in my decision, that I just continue on with it and just let it bleed out. You know what I'm saying? Let the situation just go for the worst, knowing that it will go for the worst because of my selfish decision, or my emotional decision, or my selfish decision that affected me and the other person. So I openly, willingly want to correct it, and I do that even if the person is hurt, or even if the situation where it's a job or something else is like, what's going on? Later on, they'll understand, thank you. So I'm going to be putting on these lashes. So I'm going to be putting these lashes on. I love this duo lash adhesive. It's for sensitive eyes. I believe it works. I've been using it for years. I use it on my clients as well. I love this adhesive. I like to use affordable stuff that works. When I work on my clients, I use other stuff that will work for them. I like to use products, whether it be low end, high end, or just about in the ballpark of like just convenience for all walks of life. I like to use products that are best for that client, whether it's whatever. I don't even look at the price bracket. I look at the execution and how it's going to lay out and how it's going to look. Formula and all. That's just how I work. Anyhow, and that goes for hair products too. Hair, makeup, use what works for that specific person. That's my advice. Okay, yeah, it's getting kind of noisy out, but oh, this is something I wanted to recommend, especially if you're a makeup artist or if you're of age, and I'm getting up there too. I found a concealer that really works and it corrects as well, and you don't need that much. And this is something that I had in my arsenal on my kit. This is the NYX Conceal Correct Contour Kit. This palette, I love it. As you can see, I'm like digging in it, um, dig for my clients and even for myself. I love the consistency of this. If you want heavy coverage, you can add a lot, or if you want just a sheer nice coverage, you just pat on a little bit, and it spreads so nicely and it gives it a nice dewy texture underneath the eye opposed to drying. Love this product, so just wanted to recommend that to you. And let's just continue, because we're getting ready. Like I need to be somewhere, not rushing, but I definitely need to be somewhere. Mm. And as I brought up that topic, comment below if you can relate, because we can make some decisions that make sense, and then after we're like, oh, we can see the outcome at the end because we didn't really thoroughly think about it because we're emotional, and we see everybody falling down because of that decision. And I think holding ourselves accountable would be not blaming the other person or blaming other people because they pressured you to do this and you had to say yes and you had to say this and that. No, I think being accountable and being responsible is by realizing what you've done and notifying everyone else that was involved. That's what I think. Comment below if you feel otherwise or if you agree. Let me know. Okay, let me know, because this is life, this is real, and we want better for our lives. So acknowledgement is good and talking about it is great. I highly recommend that. I honestly believe, oh, these are nice, that there's a time for makeup. Like, don't knock it. I know some people are like, oh, I don't wear it, and da da da, and that's okay. And there's some people that wear it every day. That's a choice. Again, what I was saying earlier. But there's a time for it, whether it be an event, wedding, an occasion, photography, going out, date night, even dating yourself. Like, there's a time for it. And I understand things are being pushed out and, in a way where it's like excessive, but we have control of our lives and we should be able to manage what is being pushed out, whether we want to use it or not, whether we want to include it in our lives or not. So I do believe that there's a time and place for everything. Oh my gosh, these lashes are beautiful. My gosh, I gotta order some more. I remember when I was closing my lash business in terms of just the strip lashes and selling them to clients and selling them to people, I gave a whole bunch away. And I have no regrets, but I'm just like, this one was like one of my favorites. Look at that. Oh my goodness, like, time and place. Like, you know what? I might even shoot some content in regards to like some outfits or a dress, because this, oh wow. I wasn't even going to put in lashes. I was just going to do mascara and just get up and go, but this is worth it. This is, oh wow. So I'm using a Burgundy. I'm doing nude lips, but I like to put a little bit of color on the outer edges, even though I use the orange blush, Mahal by NARS. I want a little color on my lips. This is, Burgundy. This is, I think it's MAC. Yep, MAC. And it's Burgundy. Don't think you can see, but love this one. But yeah, like, there's a time and place. We can't even, let's not knock it. Because I'm sure there's certain events that we go to and we're like, oh, let me just do this and that. And then we show up, we're like, we feel so out of place. Not saying we're supposed to blend in, but the occasion calls for it. Call the makeup artist. Get your hair done. Feel good. That's my suggestion. Time and place. Time and place. This lipstick is from MAC. Love it. Let me see if I can see the name. Oh, wow. Do I need to get my glasses? Yeah, I do. I need to get my glasses. Hold on. Impulse. It's a brown nude. Listen, you know what I realized? My glasses, they have the blue, when you're on the screen too much and stuff like that, you get those blue light glasses. I have a pair, I have two of them in my room, which I should be using all the time because I'm on the camera all the time. But I have that on my glasses, which I'm so appreciative of, because when you're on the screen too much and you're watching too much TV, that's what screen means. It's not good for your eyes, because eventually when you're trying to live life like real life, everything becomes blurry. I noticed that the other day. Everything becomes a little bit blurry and it affects life. It affects you. Like I find myself trying to focus on far things and near things because I'm on my phone too much. So like give it a break at times. That's my advice to you. Give it a break because it happens. It happens. It's not you going to get your eyes checked because something's wrong. It's because we are doing something to our eyes that we can prevent. Facts. This is one of my favorite tools. I used to do nails first before I did hair. So I did nails, acrylic, fiberglass, all those tips, pedicures, manicures, and brows. And then I went into doing hair. This is a tool I picked up at the nail shop, I believe, but I like it for makeup because it has two ends. So it has this spatula like thing to pick up the product, and then on the other side it has a fine brush that I use for my lips, and I love it. I'm not giving it up. I have a few other ones with studs on it, but this one is my favorite ones. It's my favorite ones. It's my favorite one. I'm just gonna add a little bit of light in here in the middle. Give it a nice ombre effect. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Right? Yes. And it's moist and luscious. Love it. I have this MAC. I think it's Teddy. I don't think it's Teddy. It's a different. I had this for how long? And I put it in a container because I carry it with me all the time. Or I use lip gloss in this see-through gloss-like flow, so the consistency is still moist. But I love this lipstick. I love this look together, and I think I'm gonna have to wear something different because I wasn't. I think that's what happens when you wear a lot of makeup, in a sense of putting a little bit too much on. This is not my everyday look. Used to be, but no, it's not my everyday look. Quick story. I was going to book an appointment to get my nails done. I don't know why I felt the urge to do it, but I booked an appointment, and because I've been using I glue on the tips just for a moment and then take it back off. And I like my nails like this. I love my nail beds and I want to give it a break, not because I'm damaging it, but because that's my preference now. And I booked the appointment with her and I went, and then I left. And I left her a message saying, thanks. She goes, oh, what did I do? I said, you didn't do anything. It's just, I've decided, I said it before, but I'm 100% now, not 95% before, that I just want to leave my nails alone. I really do like my nails. I want my nail beds to be healthy. I like feeling things. I like feeling food. I like when I'm cooking and feeling, and then I'm, deep tissue when I'm shampooing or even washing, or, what I'm saying? I like the feel. I'm more connected to what I'm doing opposed to preventing my nail from popping or breaking. And that's just something I wanted to touch note, because everybody has their own journey and their own preference. Not saying that being made up is something bad. That's a preference. We're going into futuristic times and AI and all that stuff, and we're combining a lot of things that are the extreme, where it's like natural or totally fake. And fake is like a choice in terms of having that glamorous dolly look. That's a choice. We can't knock people for choosing that. You know what I'm saying? But there's others that are natural, where they're just accepting who they are, and it's a mindset too, because as much as we're going into the futuristic stuff, which it does entail chrome and and wigs and made up images and more robotic looking art, because I am an artist. That's what I see. I don't know if you see that too, but that's what we're going into, because the world's been dabbling with it for some time in terms of fashion and clothing, all that stuff, and people are like, I don't want no part of it. And some people are, I enjoy it. I'm going to dabble in there. I'm going to, because I'm a part of it. I'm an artist as well, and I am a part of it. But to me, I'm just like, I don't want to lose the essence of myself, and that's my decision. That's just on me. So I will play with it and come out, but I'll play with it for myself to not lose myself. And then when I'm speaking to clients and stuff, I accept them for who they are. I don't try to convince them otherwise. I don't try to tell them otherwise. I love everyone for who they are. We have that conversation, and I love that. That's what I love. So for me, I'm more reverting back to how God created me. And that's just my journey, you know what I'm saying? And I know most of you have come on here because of my braided micro locks, which I appreciate. I love my hair. And this is part of my decision of just accepting who God has created me to be. I feel more at one and more present and more at peace. And even though it alleviates and gives me more time for myself, it helps me to enjoy myself more because I massage my scalp more. I pay attention to my hair and my grays. I pay attention to my skin more. I pay attention to what I eat because it comes out of my pores. So that's my journey. Do you know what I'm saying? So in that, just saying to you, we should not judge anyone else when they're going through their journey. That's theirs. Do you know what I'm saying? And being mature and wise is just knowing that this is my business, that's your business, and that's theirs. You know, facts. Facts. Comment below if you feel otherwise, because I can have that conversation with you. I think that it makes it easier to live your life knowing that. Do you know what I'm saying? It makes it so much easier. I'm filming my eyelashes though. Yeah. It makes it so much easier for me to focus on what's on my plate and what I need to do to become a better version of myself, whether I run away from it or not. It makes it so much easier, because if I neglect that and start watching other people, I'm neglecting me. Facts. So I'm going to be putting on MAC. This is Gold Deposit. Love this. This is like my second or third one. I'm not sure. I don't really use it on clients as much. I like to give them that natural dewy look, but for myself, I'm going to use a little bit because I know that I'm going to be shooting some content today. Just a bit. Need my mirror. I'm sitting there looking at the camera. Just a bit. I don't need so much. Not too much to reflect. I already have high cheekbones, but I just wanted to accentuate it a little bit. Yeah, love this. I will never give that up. Never. Actually, sorry, I was holding up the wrong one. This is the mirror I was looking at. The compact. And this is what I was using. Used a Real Techniques brush. Love Real Techniques. I love their brushes. I will not stop using it. Executes a powdered look, a cream look, or even a liquid look. I love using these brushes to execute that look on a client or even myself. Okay, so I think I'm done. So I'm just going to use a little bit of eyeshadow for underneath the waterline. I'm going to go in with the Nomad Juvia's Place palette. Love this palette. Love the shades. And I'm going to go in with, because I used the Taj Mahal blush, I'm going to go in with, I think, this shade here and probably a little bit of that one. I'm not sure. But we're going to get into that. But listen, man, there's things that we comment about in life that we don't need to comment. Like, we can think about it. There's nothing wrong with that. But then who are we to know why somebody else made the decision that they made? Who are we to say anything? Who are we to say a thing? It's not good. It's not healthy. So I noticed I went ham on the liquid liner, and I went inside here, but I want an Egyptian look. I wanted it to look more Egyptian-like, and I wanted the focal point to be my eyes, not necessarily my lips or my brows. I believe that when you're putting on makeup, you got to think of a highlighted point, something that you want to focus on, whether it be your lips or your eyes. For me, I like to emphasize on my eyes. That's my preference. So I used a small fluffy brush from Morphe, and I'm not sure if they're out of business, but their brushes are phenomenal, especially when washing and just doing makeup. I like the way that they give a look. I like NARS too. They have some nice brushes, but they make up forever. But Real Techniques is one my vote, especially when you want things to be more affordable and you're working on many different skin types. Real Techniques. All right, so there's that. I think I'm going to put on a little bit more brush. I wanted to touch note on this if you have time. When you find cheap makeup, like you'll see online, I'm going to put some more. I think I might just go ham. You'll see online, or even a listing. Ooh, that's a lot. That they're selling MAC, they're selling this, and you go and buy it. Be careful. Trust me. I don't think that, I know actually, you cannot, MAC product should only be sold by MAC. go into the store and buy MAC, not from someone on the side or someone's home and all that stuff. It is illegal. And as much as we're trying to cut costs and cut dollars, some, and I will say this now, some of the stuff that they are selling, they're not from MAC. It's not real. Nobody wants to hear that, but it's not. And in that, just stick to buying the real deal. Go into the store and buy the real deal. Okay, that's just my advice to you. Because I remember there was this one place, it was posted on Facebook Marketplace, and they were selling Fenty, MAC, they're selling Tarte, all kinds of stuff. And I went there and I picked up 2 compacts and of MAC, and I picked up Fenty lip gloss. And something inside me was like, I shouldn't have did it, because it's like, to me, I'm like, if I do a thing, I'm contributing to the mess. And I'm like, you know what, I shouldn't do it. But I picked it up, and as soon as I used it, I was like, no, this doesn't feel right. And even on the compact itself, it was the MAC logo was being erased. I was like, this is not MAC, because their MAC is embroidered into the compact itself. That's not MAC. I was like, yeah, lesson learned. And even the Fenty gloss that I got, it had this stank smell, like a stale, you know when something sits for a while and it's sour? It had this stank smell, like a disgusting smell. I was like, why? Why, Anne? Lesson learned. So my point is, if you want to buy something, wait until it's on sale or something like that, or get a friend that works there or something like that and get it. Get a family discount, whatever. But don't try to cut corners and get these things, because in the long run, it might damage your skin. It might damage you. You might sweat. You might ingest something. It's just wrong in all parts. And even though they're selling it to make money, it's still illegal. Looks like it's going to rain. Oh, my mouth is watering. Okay, so let me spray one more time, because we're done. Should have covered the lashes, but we're done. And I'm going to show you my outfit of the day. And hopefully the topics I brought up is like, you know what I'm saying? These are things that I love talking about, because it's real life. It's real life. Yeah, so let's go straight to my outfit and allow me to get ready to bounce. Okay, so I had put on my hoops. These are hoops that I got from Shein. Just some solid hoops. I have my Michael Kors necklace, and I am going, oh yes, and my top I got from H&M is one of those smooth material shirts. I have a couple of them. And I have these pants that I got from, oh my gosh, Urban Planet. It's like cargo slacks, which are like, they drop to the ground. Okay, and so the shoes that I have here, and I have something in my hand I wanted to show you. These ones are from Michael Kors. These are wedges. Had them for some times, and I like that they're patent leather and they're new. So I will be putting on these. And I have this trench coat I got from Facebook Marketplace. It's navy blue. It's so nice. I love the pattern on the inside, because I have a Burberry scarf that matches it. And you know what? Summer is almost done, so it's like we got to put on our jackets. So I have this trench coat here. Beautiful material. Beautiful, solid. I can tell that it's durable. And I wanted a trench coat, navy blue, because it goes well with browns. And it's long. Slits a little bit at the back, but I love the print on the inside. And I have this London Fog purse that will go perfectly with this look. I was like, oh my gosh, lashes. Lashes. Let me tie my hair. Okay, as you can see, the navy blue is beautiful. I love how heavy it feels. It feels really good. I was going to put shoulder pads in it, but I was like, no, it's fine. I love how it cuts right here. Gives it that effect. And then opening, so it gives, shows my shape. It shows my shape a little bit. And I love the cut. And I love the length. I love that it looks oversized. And so this is the look. This is a London Fog purse that I got. I'm going to show you a full look, because I'm doing it from the side angle so that you can see everything. Because of the makeup, I want to make it consistent. But this bag I got from Value Village. This is London Fog. It is like a navy blue color. Very solid. And I love London Fog because of what they stand for and how they make their purses and the quality of them. Haven't put my stuff in there yet, but I just want to show you my outfit. And as for fragrance, I will be putting on